the bassoon audition for Ontario Provincial Honor Band. I'm going to start off with the scales first. This is the B flat chromatic. For a chromatic scale, there are some different variations for fingerings, especially for the E flat. That's the second space from the top. And usually in some fingering charts, they say to play with the resonance key, which is the pinky in the left hand. And usually for solo playing, you wouldn't use the resonance key. It would create a bigger sound. Other than that, it should be the same. And next up is E flat major. For E flat major, the high E flat, if you don't have enough air and support, it'll usually come out really flat. So just make sure you really blow into it. Next up is F major. So like the high E flat, the F is also, it'll be really flat if you don't blow into it. And another one would be the G fingering, which is the first space at the top, that G. Usually it says on some fingering charts that using the resonance key in the left hand pinky is optional. Usually it's a good idea to play the resonance key. It'll just lower the pitch. You might not notice it at first, but if you practice more, the pitch will go down. This is Etude set A for the Ontario Provincial Honor Band, Bassoon audition, and I'm going to start with Etude number 1. So this piece really goes, it has a lot of melodic lines, and it goes really up the octave, it climbs up, and then it climbs back down. So most important is air support and just being able to keep the air going throughout an entire phrase. And watch out for the low notes at the very end of each phrase. They'll tend to be really sharp. So again, use the resonance key when you're playing the G. For low notes, yeah, just think really open, really low, and the pitch should go down. Try to mark out the different phrases first, the melodic lines, before you play them. That would really help setting how much air you need and how much you need to breathe, etc. So this is Etude number 2. This is the faster one. Although it says piano and it's staccato, you would think that it would be very light and wouldn't require that much air. However, for bassoon, you would even need more air when you're playing soft. So really take a deep breath before you go into the phrase. Now this piece has a F sharp in it. I know on the fingering chart there's an option of using the right hand thumb key or the pinky on the right hand. However, usually you would use the pinky one. It it tends to be lower than the one on when you use the thumb. So if you can, try to use the pinky, but say if you're going from a B flat to an F sharp, which is not in this piece, but if that happens, then you could just use the pinky, or if you're say going from an A flat maybe to an F sharp, and that's hard to move the pinky, then just use the thumb. Next is Etude number 3. Near the second, the third and fourth line, there's a lot of like gaps. Just think, again, melodic lines and how much air you need. I'll play from the third line. Again, don't forget the slurs. Some people tend to slur. When the slur finishes, they don't think to tongue the next note. So that's really important. Don't forget that.